And I'll say, welcome everybody. So the first question for you is, do you remember a time when you played Get Ready, Get Set, Go? And if you did, where were you? And who were you with? Were you successful? Did you or your team win? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how much fun did you have?
What are you wanting or getting ready to take action on right now? Maybe it's a specific goal, a specific stage in your life, a period of complete upheaval or change, transforming your whole life.
Are you fully prepared? And how effective will you be? Will you enjoy it? Will you be successful?
Let's explore. Getting ready is all about preparation, preparing yourself mentally and emotionally for whatever you're about to undertake.
And thinking about what you are wanting or getting ready to take action on. Are you preparing for success or are you preparing for failure?
Getting ready to take action means defining your goal or goals and being really clear on what you are working toward.
And as we know in Lifebook, get crystal clear by asking yourself, what do I want? But then use your imagination and curiosity to explore your thoughts.
Why do you want it? Explore the purpose for your goal and keep asking yourself, why? I believe it's Dean Graziosi has a 7.
Keep going.
Oh,
why?
I was going to say,
why?
He's got the 7 whys. So you ask over and over again until you get really deep and it becomes really clear.
Yeah. And what will make this the most exciting or best thing you have ever done? And how will it make a difference in your life? What will change?
What will the impact and consequences be of getting your goal? When do you want or need to achieve this goal?
And a big question for you, what if you don't achieve it? Do you think you can or do you think you can't?
And how can you achieve this goal? What are you prepared to give up? Imagine yourself at a time in the future achieving these goals. And what will that look like or feel like?
Yeah. Okay, so you know the goal or the goals, which is your what. And to get there, you're going to need a plan. And creating a detailed plan or roadmap needs to include milestones or stages and deadlines if you want to achieve it by a specific time frame. If it's a big goal, you break it down into smaller, more manageable tasks so that it's not overwhelming. And that's going to help you to stay motivated and make progress towards it.
Having a plan is important, but so is flexibility and being adaptable. Be open to new opportunities and be willing to adjust your plans as needed. We can't say this enough. Stay flexible.
And take responsibility for your own progress during this planning stage and hold yourself accountable for your own actions. Give yourself deadlines and create consequences for not meeting them. You might want to give up a reward or donate to a charity that you don't support. Give yourself a bit of a hard time.
While it's important to have specific goals, it's also important to focus on the process of defining these goals. And this is where you have fun, just like when you were small and played ready, set, go. Even in the defined stage, celebrate your wins so you enjoy your journey.
And working towards your goal will take energy and focus, so self-care will be really important. Getting enough sleep, exercise, having a healthy eating plan to ensure you've got everything you need for the get, set and go stages. Oh, and stay focused and motivated too.
Even with the crystal clear goal and well-articulated plan, you may encounter blocks.
Absolutely.
So now let's go through a meditation exercise and see what blocks are coming up for you. But this time, we're going to let Heidi lead the meditation.
Okay, so let's begin. I'd like you all to begin by being in a comfortable and quiet space and place. You can sit or lie down. Some of you I know already are, and that's brilliant. You can stay there and find whatever works for you. And just get yourself nice and comfortable. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and then just slowly exhale. And allow your body to relax and let go of any tension or stress. Keep a nice, steady breathing rhythm throughout the meditation. And as you settle into this calm and peaceful state, imagine yourself at the starting line of a race. And you're filled with excitement and anticipation, ready to take action towards your goals. Now just focus on getting ready. Take a moment to see your goal clearly in your mind. And see it as if it's already accomplished. And feel that sense of pride and satisfaction that comes with achieving it. Really feel into the achievement. It's 100% true for you right now. Now imagine yourself preparing for the race itself, mentally and physically. Visualize yourself taking deep breaths and feeling energized and focused. See yourself setting priorities and creating a plan for achieving your goal. Feel yourself getting ready to take the action you need to take. As you prepare to take action, you start to feel overwhelmed or overcome. Maybe you're worried that you're not good enough, or that you'll never achieve your goal. Whatever it is, allow it to come to the surface. Feel into the resistance, the fear, the limitation, and allow it to come to you just as it is. And as it does, focus on your breathing. Breathing in and breathing out. And whether it's a thought, a feeling, or a sensation, simply acknowledge it for being there. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to feel whatever comes to you without judgment or resistance. And again, you're focusing on your breathing in and your breathing out. Now visualize yourself taking a step back from the belief so that you can observe it from a distance. See yourself exploring the belief, looking at it from every angle until you see its source and its entire creation. See its shape, its size, its color, its temperature, even what it would be made of, as if it were an object or a piece of clothing. And as it comes to you, receive and acknowledge it fully, including any past experiences or conditioning that might have contributed to the belief. And breathe in and breathe out. Just keep focusing on that breathing all the while. And that sensation, just let it be there just as it is. Breathing in and out. In and out. And if it wants to change, let it do that too. Now imagine yourself approaching the thought, the feeling, or the sensation with a sense of curiosity and compassion. See it as a thought or feeling that you choose to acknowledge and ask it, what belief are you? And be fully open to receive its message. Breathing in and breathing out. Now thank it for its presence, its message, and tell it that it may go now. Its job is done. You don't need it anymore. Again, you're breathing in and breathing out. And as you come to the end of this meditation, Take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. Feel the sense of empowerment, excitement, and motivation that comes with allowing limitation into your life and being able to let it go. Now, when you're ready, you can open your eyes and return feeling refreshed, motivated, and ready to take action. And remember, you have the power to overcome any limiting beliefs, and you're capable of achieving anything you set your mind to.
Thank you, Heidi. That was wonderful. Share in the chat if you feel called to, what limiting belief came up for you? And how did it make you feel as you explored it? And what happened as you let it go? You may have noticed it lost its power over you. You may have seen that it was based on assumptions or past experiences that do not reflect your current reality. You may have felt a sense of relief or freedom as you let go of the belief. Whatever you felt was okay. They are all good to feel and experience.
And if you weren't able to release or let go of a belief, please know that that's okay. Equally, if you couldn't identify any blockages, that's okay too. And you can do that process again at any time. And if you need or want help with this or any other limitations or trauma, you can contact me directly. And my details are at the end of the event.
Identifying potential obstacles or roadblocks and working through them ahead of time really will help you to reach your goal. Don't get stuck at the wall or waste time trying to climb over it. Spend time working out your blockages.
And what if there isn't a wall at all? What if there's actually a simple solution? And what if the block is in your own mind? Nancy said here, an old false belief, something's wrong with me. And that's a belief I think many, many people will resonate with. Yeah. And you can imagine yourself reframing a limiting belief into a more empowering statement. For if you believe you're not good enough, which happens to be that, oh, something's wrong with me, reframe it. I'm worthy and I'm capable of achieving my goals. You could then add a daily affirmation you can repeat to yourself each day. And over time, you might feel the shift in your mindset and energy. The downside is that you might get messages of, oh, I don't believe that. No, you can't. No, you just can't do that. And that's where belief clearing, which is the practice that I'm gifted to use, is we just create the limiting belief and create the new empowering one. And it's all done within your subconscious so that the new belief becomes fully anchored and immediate. And that goes back to, you can contact me if anyone needs to do that.
Having a positive mindset and being motivated is essential in getting ready to achieve your vision or your goal. And one way of doing that is to focus on your values, strengths, and progress to date.
And values are the broad, desirable goals that motivate your actions, and they serve as your guiding principles in your life. They are the things that mean the most to you as an individual, and they sit and fit with your beliefs and center around what's important or important to you. And we'll go deeper into values in a future event, but for now, think about what some of your values are and share those in the chat.
I have a lot, but the top ones as of late are creativity, playfulness, honesty, integrity, and collaboration.
I love all of those, Dani. So which of your values are really important to you? Share those in the chat too.
And if we go back to your goal, which values go with your goal? We have a goal to create our tea retreat. That includes us being creative. I am being playful, and we are collaborating to create it. So it's 3 values right there.
Yeah. And we display honesty and integrity through our open communication, following through on our promises and commitments, respecting each other's privacy, and by each taking responsibility for our actions, and should they occur, any mistakes that come up.
Let your values guide you in your choices and decision making, and to overcome any obstacles.
And other tips that can help you with a positive mindset are visualizing your success, which you did in the meditation, and also focusing on the benefits, embracing the opportunity to learn. And actually, that's also known as failure. Staying positive, taking small steps through any resistance. Oh, and don't forget self-care. Just want to pick up before we move on. Michelle has said freedom, love, and goodness. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
We've got a couple
So
there
yeah.
of ones.
Yeah. We've got attention, beauty, and imagination. Love, dedication, passion.
Mm-hmm.
So thinking back to your goal, how would you apply those values to the goal? And how could that shift the goal? How would that change it?
Mm-hmm.
And what decisions will you make off the back of that? Okay.
What strengths do you need to be positive and motivated? Share them in the chat.
For me, it's being resilient so I can bounce back. And optimism too. And I look for the best in everything, because I always know it will come to the right outcome, no matter what happens. Cheerleader inside.
I love that.
Love that.
Self-confidence and trust.
Beautiful.
Growth mindset is a key one for me. Knowing that I can learn, which allows me to grow and achieve my goal. And one step at a time. And it's also about getting uncomfortable, stepping out of or expanding my comfort zone. And then gratitude. This is huge for me, if you know me. Focusing on what's good about everything that is happening or coming my way creates my positive mindset. I'm always choosing to look for the gifts in every situation. I'm grateful for things in my life. And when you train yourself to look for the gifts, the appreciations,
yes,
it can change your whole perspective on life and the way you live your life.
Absolutely, because you'll always find them, you'll always see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Self-discipline is important in getting yourself set up and keeping yourself on track to achieve your goal or your vision. And it's often the one that's hardest, because it all comes down to what you want and why. Going right back to what we said at the beginning. And to be successful, get the clearly defined goal in place and then support it with your habits and your daily schedule. Is exactly what Lifebook teaches us. And break the milestone stages down into tasks and then down into smaller steps as and when you need to. And then hold yourself or be held accountable. Before we move on, let's just quickly pull up some of the responses here. So the ones self-confidence and trustworthy. I just realized I was constantly compared to my mum, so I never felt like I was enough. I was told by so many how great my mum was and spent my life feeling like I can't compare, so I never bothered trying. Recently I discovered that even at almost 80, my mum is still searching for others' approval. Absolutely. She never felt like she was enough and spent her entire life trying to prove to herself otherwise. And that's what happens with these belief systems that we've got underneath who we are, and they carry on from one generation to the next, to the next, to the next. It really is about breaking that cycle. Positivity and resilience, and why, and yes, gratitude, absolutely. Gratitude for my sickness, because my hearing was lost and I was protected from kids screaming. There's upside to, yeah, absolutely. Accountability is important. I find it more powerful to hold myself accountable for another. All the time getting compared to my dad because he is so good at what he does and who he is. Yeah. What a big part all that plays. So how are you going to track your progress? What would a visual tracker look like for you? One that you can see in front of you with your milestones visible, the times you want to have things completed by, a specific date, a particular month, a period of time, something a little bit more stab in the dark with a pin. Share in the chat what your visual tracker does or will look like. It's going to keep you being held accountable. It's going to keep you focused, keep you on track. What does that look like?
I like good old pen and paper.
So do I. Yeah, so do I. Pen and paper, pen and paper, pen and paper. Keeps me on track. And the art of having to write it keeps me on track. The fact that I've got to do something with my hand and a pen keeps me on track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this. A vision corkboard with all my goals and vivid pictures and mapping out my life and timeline to get it done. Oh, that's like
Love
out
it.
there. I love that.
Yeah, love it.
Timeline and check the boxes.
Yeah. Shows what to do next. Absolutely. You know what you're going to do next. You've already planned it. And now you're just going to track yourself. Yes, you can. Of course, you can change it. Yeah.
The dot system. It's whatever works for you. That's the key, right? Because if you're visual, you're going to want it big, bold, and beautiful. And if you're kinesthetic, you're probably going to be drawn to pen and paper.
I like that idea. A visual, something
yes.
like a game board that I can move the piece forward as I accomplish tasks. Absolutely. And maybe you get to pick up things along the way. Yeah. Which could be resources, help, guidance. Yeah, I love it.
Great. Yeah. All right. So even at this stage of planning, think about what you've accomplished, no matter how small. Every step forward is a step towards your goal. And we talk about this all the time. It doesn't matter how big that step is, it's still going to move you forward. It's still going to take you up the mountain, right?
Yes.
So,
or around it, or through it, or under it.
Or around it, or through it, or over it, or under it. It's up to you.
Yeah.
So, positive self-talk. When we use positive language, language is power, right? You've heard that critical voice in the back of your head, you know, like maybe it just like talks to you like really mean, and it just like tells you like how stupid you are or how horrible or whatever it is. So when we use positive language, and when we, language is power. And so how we speak to ourselves, how you speak to others, it influences more than you think. So when we reframe the negative self-talk or our language and our language in general, it changes our perspective, our thoughts, our stories, our actions, and the outcome. The more you do it, the greater the effect.
Yeah. So look at everything you're doing and experiencing and find areas for improvement, because they're the opportunity for new learning. And as you learn, you keep growing through the process. Stay accountable and share your progress. Don't keep it to yourself, because your progress helps somebody else step up. Talking to people about your achievements and successes will keep you motivated and positive. Plus, you'll get their input when you need it.
And be willing to adjust your goals. You can adjust the goal or you can change your approach. Either is fine to help you move forward in the direction that you're wanting or needing to take. Visualizing your progress, and when you see yourself achieving the goal like you did at the beginning of the meditation, that also helps.
Yeah. Visualize it. Real key. If you can visualize it, then you can see it. If you can see it, you can touch it. If you can touch it, you can go to it.
Yes. All right, let's get set. You have done a lot already, and you are mentally and emotionally prepared. You've defined your goal. You've created a detailed plan. You've identified your blocks and found a way to overcome them ahead of time. You've created a positive mindset by being clear on the values, knowing your strengths, and you've got a visual tracker in place.
So what are you going to do now? You're going to celebrate your success because you've come this far. And this is one of the most important things that you can do. Danny and I just talk about this almost in every event we do. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Do not underestimate this step, because by celebrating our wins, we build confidence, we build trust in ourselves, and we reaffirm our capability in achieving success. So just do it. Celebrate the wins, the big ones, the little ones, and everything in between.
So this is a really simple way to do this, that if you've ever been to a Tony Robbins event and you've been to any of Joseph McClendon III's events, he teaches this at various different places. So if you want to try this with us, put your arm and your hand up, bend your elbow, and pat yourself on the back. And then another way is to simply put your arms up and say, yes,
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 yes.
yes.
Now, these are two simple actions. You might
Yes,
have more.
yes.
Exactly. How do you feel when you do that? They're simple, but they can make a big difference to your emotional state over time. Remember, little things add up to big things.
Yes. Yeah. Beautiful.
And attitude, yes. He also does the thing where he shakes his ass.
Booty. Shakes his booty.
Bum.
And that's another one you can do. You can do the like that, and you're just going round and round and round on one leg and go round and round in a circle. They're all brilliant, because you're energizing your body, you're changing your vibration, you're creating success inside. And that creates success outside.
Yes.
Love it. So getting set. We're going to get set now. It's all about preparing the resources and the support you need to take the necessary in order to take the necessary action towards your goal. So you're going to go back over your goal and your milestones. And if you haven't already, break the milestone stages down. Break the first milestone down into tasks. And then break down those tasks into smaller steps for the coming day, the coming week, or the coming month. What actions do you need to take today, tomorrow, this week, next week? The ones that will make sure you are completely ready to go.
Check and make sure you have all the resources you need, including time, money, skills, and knowledge, tools and technology, physical resources like space or equipment. Do you have everything you need for this first stage? Is there anything else you might need? Check your plan and make sure it's fit for purpose. Did you miss anything?
That's another good thing that you can do, and check in with an accountability partner or a friend. Show them your plan. What have I missed? What have I not thought of? Just another way of adding in to make sure that you've got everything that you need.
Yes.
We mentioned habits in the get ready stage, and they play an essential role now to get set.
So what habits, or if you're a life booker, sacred choices do you use to help with your goals? Share some in the chat. One of my non-negotiables. Oh, Heidi, I was going to say, what are one of your habits?
Setting priorities. Setting priorities. Which actions are the most important? And based on your most important actions, what are your priorities that will help you achieve your goals? What about you, Dani?
Creating a routine creating a routine that works for you, one that you can stick to. This helps you to be consistent and build momentum.
Being a former project program manager, mine's all about review your goals regularly and make progress towards it, no matter what it is, because that helps your motivation. And as if you said earlier, you can still make changes if you need to, and you may have to. So remember to be flexible. What about you, Dani?
If you have a daily schedule or a plan, you can just take a few minutes at the beginning of your day to plan the rest of your day. You can even do it the night before. Include any meetings, appointments, time for family, time for self-care, and complete any tasks that you feel need to be done.
Yeah, that's an absolute key one for me, spending the evening before planning my next day. So when I get up in the morning, I know exactly what I'm going to be doing. There's no doubt. There's no room for, if something crops up, then I can shift and rearrange, but I know exactly what I'm going to be doing. And that keeps my momentum going. But of course, with that, it's really key that you take breaks.
Yes.
Even through the daily schedule, have time for family and self-care, because it's essential to have other intermittent breaks also to stop your energy getting stuck. So mindfulness, things like mindfulness would be great to include here as a meditation. Help reduce your stress, help prevent mental fatigue. Just energize, get yourself up.
Something that really energizes me is learning something new, because this helps support you and your goals. And it's a great way to challenge yourself and bring in fresh ideas.
Yeah. Just quickly going, did I say as a former project manager, reviewing goals is important? Yes, I did say that. I'm a former programmer project manager, and if you're going to have a goal, you review it. You review that, absolutely important. And if that means reviewing the goals that say, is it still what I want? Am I still going in the direction I want to go? Or actually, should I shelve this goal because it's no longer appropriate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the goal may not be right anymore. You may have moved on from that point, and that's okay. And exercise through some form of physical activity, because that will improve your health and reduce stress. Interestingly enough, I did a Tony Robbins event, UPW, and at the event, they bounce up and down periodically through the day on a rebounder. I bought myself one. It's in my front room. I take myself out here and I go and bounce 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and I come back just for that raise of energy.
Exercise helps so many things too.
Yeah. So
many categories, category interconnectivity.
And it makes your brain bounce about. Nothing else.
Yes.
Oh, somebody else has got a rebound and love it. My granddaughter does too. She won't get off. I have to shove her out the way.
So we've touched on planning your day. At the end of your day, a habit you may want to incorporate is to reflect on your day. Each evening, you just look back, and this way you can identify anything that needs to be improved, and at the same time, verify what's planned for the next day. It also lets you figure out what's working and what's not, because you'll notice, Heidi, right? Adaptability and flexibility is key.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So you've planned it all. You're completely prepared. You have everything ready. You're set. So Dani, it's over to you for a wonderful meditation to lock in all of this in and get everyone completely immersed in the success of their goal. Let's go.
Didn't know you guys were going to get 2 meditations today, did you?
Bumper day, bumper day.
We're making sure that you are ready and set to go at the end of this.
Exactly.
So a few things before we begin. If you want to have a journal beside you to take notes when it's done, or anytime you do this meditation, we do have a recording of just this meditation on our Inner Freedom Outer Vision YouTube channel. So you can go back and do it again, or if you just want to sit with it and just see what comes up. You don't have to write it down, but we like to give you that option because sometimes you get key insights. And Remember, if you aren't imagining or visualizing the way you'd hoped or expected, just trust that on an energetic and intentional and subconscious level that you are doing the work. So just go with the flow, trust the process. You are right where you need to be. Are we ready? So let's get set and go. Close your eyes and align yourself so your spine is over your hips. Take a deep breath in. Feel the air coming into your body and filling your lungs. And then exhale and release slowly. Inhale and breathe down to your toes. And then as you exhale, release any tension that you need to. One more time. This time, as you inhale, inhale your head back. And as you exhale, just let your head move forward as low as it can go. Just letting it lean down to your chest. Roll your shoulders backwards. Then roll your shoulders forwards. Do a little stretch if you need to. You can stretch your arms up, move side to side, whatever feels right. And now, sit up. Balance your spine. And lift your chest and your chin so that you are sitting strong and activated. So you don't want to be slumped. You want to be, just back a little bit, feeling that energy. Now feel your body in this position. Be aware of your toes. Notice your feet, your ankles, your shins and calves. Notice your knees, your thighs, your hips. Feel into your belly, your back, your chest, your shoulders, your upper arms. Notice those elbows, your lower arms. Feel your hands down to the tips of your fingers. Bring attention to your neck, the back of your head, your chin, your cheeks, your ears, your eyes, your forehead, and then notice the top of your head. Take a deep breath in and exhale and release. You have set your goals, your intentions. You have a life vision. Take a moment to feel the excitement and anticipation of what is to come. Like a child who is excited for a trip, a present, or a special day, let yourself feel the excitement and the anticipation building up within you. Really expand that excitement. Let yourself get excited. Inhale in and connect with these feelings in your body. Where do you feel the excitement, the anticipation? And as you exhale, let these feelings spread throughout your body. Inhale, connect with these feelings in your body. The excitement, the anticipation. Exhale, let the feelings spread and grow on your exhale. Once more, inhale and connect. feel it. Excitement, anticipation. Exhale. Let him flow beyond your body and around you. Are you ready to take action towards your goals? Feel that excitement. Inhale. Exhale. Now focus on getting ready. Take a moment to see your goal clearly in your mind. See it as if it is already accomplished. What are you feeling? Can you feel that sense of pride and satisfaction that comes with achieving it? Really feel into the achievement. It's 100% true for you right now. You have done it. It is done. You have accomplished it. Get excited. Sit with it. Feel it. It is done. You have done it. Now imagine yourself preparing for it, almost as though preparing for the race itself, mentally and physically. Visualize yourself taking deep breaths, feeling energized and focused. Yes. See yourself setting priorities and creating a plan for achieving your goal. Feel yourself getting ready to take the action you need to take. You know what you need. You know how to find what you need. You can easily see the opportunities. Get set. See yourself taking consistent action and having fun. You are celebrating those milestones. You are celebrating those little steps. Feel a sense of playfulness as you enjoy the experience. See the hurdles dissolving before you. Failure is just another opportunity. A mistake, just a learning experience. Things going awry, more opportunities, especially to be flexible. What can you delegate? Who is helping you? What are your resources? And if you don't know, just trust that you do. Trust that you'll figure it out. All right, let's go. What is one thing you are going to take action on? One thing that you are going to do. One thing that will move you forward. See yourself taking action and doing it. How do you feel when you've done this? Let yourself feel good about it. Get excited. Feel the relief, whatever it is you're going to feel. Feel it as though you have already done it. It's done. You have done it. You've got this. You've done it. You are closer to the finish line. Feel it. Breathe it in. Let it out. You've got this. See yourself crossing that finish line. Raise your arms above your head and cheer, woohoo! Or just a simple yes. Cheer more if you need to. Let yourself get excited. Feel it. You have done it. It is done. And then when you're ready, take a deep breath in. Exhale. And bring your palms together in front of you. Press the palms and the fingertips together so you feel that pressure, and just keeping them together but letting the pressure release so you can feel your hands together. Inhale in and exhale with a sound. One more time. Inhale in and exhale. Wiggle your toes. Let your body sway back and forth. And gently open your eyes. And you can take a few minutes to write down any observations from your experience. You can let us know in the chat if you have any questions. And we hope you enjoyed this meditation. And you're free to come back and listen to it again whenever you need to.
Thank you, Dani. I'm well energized. How does everyone feel? Put in the chat, how are you feeling right now? What was interesting, this morning I set a completely new approach to my health goal, all around exercise, to shift it up a bit and change it, because I realized I was getting bored and stayed. And so I've actually brought in a dance aspect of exercise. And I did that this morning, which meant I did salsa and a couple of other dances, but from an exercise perspective. And as you were doing that, I've actually felt every muscle that got engaged this morning re-engage, because you've empowered yourself, you've motivated yourself, and everything happens inside the body. Beautiful. Trusting, clearer, clarity about goals and strategy. Fantastic. This is amazing. This is brilliant. That's what it's all about. Planning for the future, from the future. Yes. A plan from having accomplished it. Get your future self to come back and shake your hand. It's another way you can do it.
Yep. Thank you, Ken.
Thank you. Thank you, Ken. We love being awesome and wonderful. It's what energizes us. It's what keeps us going. Yeah. Keeps us going towards our own goals. So let's keep going. Work on your goal. Visualize your success and what it feels like as you take each step forward.
Stay focused on the task in front of you and the benefits that are coming your way.
And stay positive. Keep moving forward and take smaller steps if you need to. And overcome the resistance. And I'm going to go straight to what Susan's put. I think I've uncovered something to work on personally with a feeling of excitement was uncomfortable. And the two may well be connected. So lean into the uncomfortable, but what is it that created the excitement that brought up the uncomfortable? Because you've got conflict. So work into both. Work into both. They're connected and they're in conflict. And that's absolutely okay. The fact that you're spotting it, you're seeing it. Beautiful.
Yeah, we've got a couple of people with the excitement, and we can touch on that more. That's something to explore. Why why aren't you excited? And ask yourself that. Journal, write and journal about it. Explore it, because there's something going on there.
Yes, exactly. And with anxiety, that brings clues about your belief system. Something you believe about yourself, or something you believe about the goal itself. Unsafe to be excited. So there's a connection of a memory there, of a belief system. And if the goal doesn't excite you and it's making you anxious, how could you rewrite your goal so that it makes you less anxious?
I think there's a key here. I lean on my past experience of not achieving goals. So when you plan something, when you are going to move forward on something, it's really helpful if you can, because it's like we react to pain or pleasure. So if you're going to associate pain, you're going to move away from it instead of towards it. So the key is to attach pleasure to your goal. If it's not bringing you pleasure, then explore it and figure out, do you need to reword it? Do you need to change the goal? Is it a valid goal if you're not excited? Are you setting it for yourself? Are you setting it for someone else? So really diving in.
How can I make the goal more exciting and fun and enjoyable? So much so I can't wait to do it. What would the wording of the goal be? You have the opportunity to change the words of your goal. I've set a goal that needs to be set, but I think need to reframe, rewrite it.
Yeah.
And if it needs to be reset, then what is it? And how can you make it downright fun, enjoyable, and celebrating every step that you take? Every single one of them.
And speaking of celebrating, when you keep going, we might have brought this up just a couple of times. We're going to bring it up again.
No, I don't think we've ever mentioned it, actually.
Exactly. Celebrate your successes, every single one of them. If you notice that there's a discomfort with excitement, celebrate that, because now you can move forward to figure it out. Not excited about your goal? Celebrate it, because there's a key connection you've just discovered that's going to make it even more powerful, that you can make it even more powerful. Celebrate it.
Yeah.
Seek support from people with expertise whenever you need it. You don't have to do this alone. Find a community, reach out to someone. Accountability, right? Experts love to share. Ask. They might say no, they might say yes, and give you more information.
Exactly.
Yes.
Absolutely. And review and improve your accountability group. If you've got an accountability group, change them if you need to. And make sure that you're getting what you need. It's lovely to keep giving to others what they need, but focus on what you need. And are you getting it? And if you're not, don't be afraid to say so.
Yeah. Maintain your positive mindset. When you're clear on what you want, your goal, when you focus on your most important tasks, be persistent when you are faced with blocks. Use accountability for your own actions and outcomes. Have a positive outlook, undertake continuous learning, and be consistent and deliberate with your actions toward your goal. And that positive mindset, I'm going to link that to what we just said. If it's not positive, if it doesn't feel good, examine
it won't be. Yeah.
It won't
if it doesn't feel good, it won't be good, because that's where your energy is focused on it not being good. So what's going to shift it? Julie said, I feel empowered now to think of the times I did achieve my goals. Every single achievement you've ever made throughout life, write them all down. Spend a week writing down everything you succeeded with, everything you achieved, no matter how tiny. Every step you took as a baby was a bloody big achievement. And every time you fell down and stood back up again was another success. You started out that way in life, so keep going. Keep going. You're amazing.
I want to touch on that too. Where focus goes, energy flows. If you focus on all the times you got something wrong or you felt bad, or you're going to focus on that. That's where your energy is going to go. If you focus on all of your past successes, if you celebrate, oh, look, there's that word again. If you celebrate, you're focused on what you're doing and what's succeeding for you. And that's going to shift how you look at your life. Yeah.
And finally, keep your boundaries in place. Your mind, your body, and your spirit. Guard your mind. Take care of your body and connect with your spirit to guide you. Our closing thought. I value myself enough to get ready, get set, and go for my goals. And Dani and I are going to be running an online retreat later this year with a complete focus on tea. And yes, there'll be some elements of drinking it, but it's also about taking essential action. And we'll have varying tea recommendations throughout the event too. In addition, we're planning a Master Your Life book with Dani and Heidi. If you're interested in either of these, or the specific subjects for future events that you'd like us to take on and create, then you can fill your details in on our event waitlist. And we'll put the link for that in the chat. And you're not committing yourself to anything. You're just literally putting your name down so that we can see what people are interested in. Okay.
Yep.
Any questions, thoughts, shares, feedback on today's event? Thank you. Thank you. Excellent. Thank you. That's beautiful, Julie. That's exactly what their events are about. I enjoy tea. Lovely. Yeah.
Do bring your favorite tea to these events. We encourage it.
Yes. Yes. Mine's ginger and black peppercorn. Yeah. Which is why I can and I will. I can and I will drink tea. Yeah. Beautiful.
You guys are so welcome.
Yeah.
So,
and we do have a YouTube channel. We'd love you to subscribe to our channel and share with your network. If anybody that you know of that you think would benefit from any of the current or previous events, they're all on YouTube. And we've got our Facebook, Instagram, and Telegram accounts as well. And we'd love people to share it. It just helps to get a message out. Not costing anybody anything, but just one small nugget out of any of our events takes somebody forward.
because we want to see you guys succeed and achieve your life visions.
Yeah. And whatever that might be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you.
Thanks.